Today, I'm going to share 5 things you must know before you buy a pre-construction home anywhere in Ontario. And these things are oftentimes overlooked by majority of the buyers, especially the ones who have never bought a new built home in the past. And guess what? They end up finding themselves with a lot of nasty surprises along the way. So whether you are in search of a new built home or just curiously browsing around, I promise you will learn something new here. So stay tuned and let's get right into it. Hello and welcome. If this is your first time to this channel, be sure to subscribe below and tap on the bell for notification so you can be the first to learn about the current market in and around Kitchener-Waterloo. My name is Dharamik Dixit. I'm a local real estate agent serving Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge and surrounding areas. I've helped many families with their move in and around KWC and I absolutely love it. So whether you're thinking of moving in 9 days or 9 months, be sure to reach out. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email or even schedule a Zoom call. All the info you will find right below in the description. I'll be more than happy to help you and family make a smooth move in and around KWC. First, and the most important one is to do your due diligence about the builder. What is the past track record of that builder? Do they have a strong presence in the market or are they new? What are the past communities they have done? And were they delivered on time or were there a lot of delays? What their past clients have to say about them online? I cannot emphasize enough the importance of this step as it can make or break a deal for you. Especially these days, if you pay attention around you in the marketplace, you hear so many builders going under and not able to complete the projects, leaving the buyers hanging without much of a recourse. That is why it is super important that you do your research before you pull the trigger and make a purchase. Next up is to do yourself a huge favor and pay close attention to the standard features and finishes the builder is offering. And I would even say do this before you even enter into an agreement. This will help you in many ways. One, you will know exactly where you will need to spend money on upgrades during your design appointment with the builder. I'll give you a simple example. Some quality builders nowadays are offering hardwood on the main level as a standard finish, while other builders are offering carpet as a standard on the main floor. When you do review that builder's brochure, it will outline little things from your door hardware to the width of your tile, so you know exactly where you will need to shed some extra dollars to make the home to your taste. This will also help you to stay within budget and not go crazy with unnecessary upgrades which can be looked at a later date. Now this next thing I want to point out is your PDI. Also called pre-delivery inspection. This is a crucial appointment that happens right before you take the possession or occupancy from the builder. You will have a builder designated rep join you for this part, but I highly recommend that you check with the builder if they do allow you to bring your own inspector. It's a gray area to be honest, but here's a way around it. Even if they don't allow you to bring your own inspector, you can always get your home inspector to do a thorough inspection right after you get the keys so they can find out any deficiencies in workmanship or material and bring that to the builder's attention right after closing so they will address it for you. Just remember one thing, time is of essence with this thing, so the sooner you bring it up to the builder, the better it is. And as I mentioned earlier, this is another reason why you want to make sure you're working with the reputed builder who will not give you a runaround after closing to get these things addressed. You do still have Tarion warranty coverage up to 7 years, but the coverage does change between 1, 2 and a 7-year period. I will include the link below in the description from the Tarion website so you can dive into more specific details if you would like. But do have your own independent inspector look at the place as soon as you possibly can, either during or right after your PDI. I can promise you it will be worth it. Now let's talk about the closing cost. When you buy a brand new home, closing costs will come out a little bit higher than that of a resale transaction. This is mainly due to the fact that you will pay some additional costs such as Tarion warranty registration, utility connection fees. Some builders even charge admin fees for account setups, and the list can go on. The way to accurately budget for these expenses is to follow a simple rule of thumb, which is to keep about 2 to 2.5% of the purchase price for closing cost if you buy a brand new home. In case of a resale, we say keep about 1.5% of the purchase price. This should help you better prepare to cover for your closing cost, including your land transfer tax, title insurance, and the legal fees. This will also help you avoid an unpleasant surprise from your lawyer, having to come up with an extra few $1,000s at the time of closing, which you never budgeted for, leaving you frustrated as you take the key to your new home. If you want to know the absolute number on various admin and other fees charged by the builder, you can find those items clearly mentioned in your purchase agreement, and you can always have your lawyer walk through those costs in detail. But I can tell you, for the most part, you will be fine if you set aside about 2 to 2.5% towards your closing cost. And finally, I do want to point out a few major expenses you may incur right after you take the possession. Again, these items are specific to new builds and things you may not necessarily have to worry about if you buy a resale home. I'm referring to things like appliances, central air conditioning, getting your driveway paved, window coverings installed, maybe even getting things like water softener and so on. Some builders these days are offering free appliance package or central air conditioning included in price as incentives, but it's worth noting that unless some of these things are included by the builder, you will likely have to spend on them right as you get the occupancy. After all, these are not discretionary expenses, but the bare minimum things you will need to make the house livable and somewhat comfortable, and will likely cost you a few thousands. For example, 5-piece appliance package, you're looking at about $7,000 to $12,000 easily. Air conditioning, another $3,000 to $5,000, depending on what you get. So just make sure you are factoring these expenses so it doesn't mess up your finances and you can really enjoy the new home you just moved into. Now, if you have bought a new built home in the past and have anything else you think buyers should be aware of, then share in the comments below so others can benefit as well. Just before I let you go, I do want you guys to know that having a competent agent represent you when buying a new built home can be of immense value to you without an added cost. No doubt, you can always go directly through the builder's representative, but just know a couple of things. They are representing the builder in the transaction, and the builder is not necessarily going to pass on the cost savings of a realtor's commission to you as a buyer, even if you go direct. Nonetheless, if you did get some value, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and tap on the bell so you are the first to learn about the current market in and around Kitchener-Waterloo. And whether you're buying a pre-con or a resale home, be sure to reach out. All the info right below in the description. I'll be more than happy to help you and family make a smooth move in and around KWC. Until next time, I do hope to show you around town.